What's good, everybody? It's Ryan. I'm back with another commentary playing some Domination on Euphrates Bridge. The Sniper Fest spawn camp blow show that is Euphrates Bridge. Somehow I managed to have a decent game on it. However, the commentary today isn't necessarily about the gameplay itself, but more talking about an upcoming patch that was teased by Ashton Williams on Twitter. Um, quote unquote, the big update with over 2 pages of patch notes. So this commentary is just kind of speculating what's confirmed to be in that patch, what we can look forward to in that patch, and also some things that maybe are wishful thinking, but things that I'd like to see fixed or updated in that patch as well. I'll start off by covering some of the things that are confirmed to be in the patch. One thing that's confirmed is fixing the kill feed. So currently in the kill feed, it will say your teammate avenged you or you saved so and so, and it interrupts the kill feed for people trying to get quad kills or chain kills. So that's not really a game-breaking feature, but it is something that they're looking to fix in this patch. Another thing that has been confirmed is the Spectator Glitch, often in Cyber War and Search and Destroy, where when you're dead, instead of spectating a teammate, it gives you kind of a third-person overview of the map. Some people have complained about that being an unfair advantage, as it gives dead players the opportunity to kind of relay enemy positions and information that they shouldn't be having as they're dead. So that's a nice fix. If you play those game modes, that's a welcome fix for people. Another thing that I personally haven't encountered, but apparently there's a dead silence glitch where upon activating the dead silence field upgrade, it immediately stops working. So as you activate it, it cancels, and you pretty much just get screwed out of your dead silence. Luckily, I haven't had that happen to me, or if I have, I just haven't really noticed, but that's something that's been mentioned as well as getting fixed. Moving on to some things that I'd like to see fixed, and things that I think the community has talked about in general. One of those is the fixed mini-map. So a big problem that people have with this game is the mini-map not showing red dots when people fire. So in previous Call of Duties, unsuppressed weapons would show up as a red dot on the mini-map when you shoot, thus kind of giving positions away so you couldn't be as stealthy. And in this game, that's not the case. The only thing that determines whether or not you show up on the UAV is whether you run the Ghost perk. And the way the Ghost perk works in this game is if you have it on, if you have the Ghost perk equipped, you don't show up on a UAV no matter what. So I know a lot of people also want that fixed, kind of revert it back to the Black Ops 2 variant where your Ghost would only prevent you from showing up on UAV if you were moving. So if you're sedentary camping in a building, you would still show up on UAV even if you're running Ghost. So that would be something. I think fixing the minimap, putting red dots on unsuppressed weapon fire so it gives away positions of people not using suppressors. That in congruence with an updated Ghost perk that works similarly to the Ghost perk in Black Ops 2 where you're only hidden from the UAV while moving. I think a lot of people kind of agree that that would help get rid of some of the camping, or at least people who are camping would show up as dots on the radar and give you a little bit of a heads up. So those are two things that, if were fixed, I think would make a lot of people happy. Kind of reverting back to some older styles of Call of Duty gameplay with those fixes. Those aren't anything new. Those have been in previous Call of Duties, so I think it wouldn't be such an adjustment or such a strange thing to have that featured in the game, but just kind of a welcome adjustment that a lot of people have mentioned. Another thing that I would like to see personally is I would like to see more inclusion of some new 6v6 maps, similar to how they included Shoot House. So some more kind of traditional 3-lane, smaller 6v6 maps I think would be very welcomed in this game. A lot of people have complained about the bigger maps, how long it takes to run around and navigate them, especially with such a low time to kill. People die fast and then they have to respawn and run and spend more time running to get back to where they were than they do even playing the game necessarily. So I think some updated maps, some more 6v6, as there's only, I think there's like 6v6 maps that launched with the game, which in my opinion, I understand that there's ground war maps and 10v10 maps, and I appreciate them switching up. the number of players you can have in a match, the size of the maps. I actually, even if I don't think that some of those run as smooth or flow as well as they should, I do appreciate them putting that in the game and giving that a try. As it's something, they should welcome new ideas and new ways to switch it up. So, but just adding in some more 6v6 maps. I think people play the game for 6v6. I don't think too many people bought the game thinking about ground war. So implementing some more of those traditional 6v6 maps, I think, would make people a little bit happier on that front as well. Another thing, kind of with the topic of including more DLC content in terms of maps, would be weapons. So they haven't added any new weapons in the game yet, and there's a fair amount of weapons, and by no means have I unlocked everything for all the weapons, so I still have a lot of progression to go. But I do think that with kind of the current meta of the M4 and running overkill with the M4 and the shotgun, or the MP5 and the submachine gun class, there are some guns that are kind of by and far ahead of the pack, and I think adding in some additional weapons. I know that the Vector SMG and the crossbow were both hinted at as being kind of found out in the coding of the game. Some people kind of released or leaked information on those potentially being in the game. So that's an option. Perhaps this big patch will include some DLC content in terms of guns as well as weapons. And I think people would like to see that, as long as it's not something in the form of microtransactions, as I know a lot of people are frustrated with that. You shouldn't have to pay to get the gun, but something maybe unlocked through a challenge, a new challenge system. And that, speaking of the challenge system, let the challenges work together. That's something I'd like to see. I'd like to see the challenges, the missions that they have in the game, I'd like to see those work at the same time, so you don't have to pick one at a time. It's such a slow grind, and you're doing so many things in a game. Maybe you're getting double kills, but your mission is to get kills with a shotgun or something. Why not be able to do those at the same time? And I understand that they don't want you to run through them too quickly, progress too quickly, and not have anything to do. But I think, looking back at, what was it, like Modern Warfare 2, the way that you unlocked calling cards and emblems and stuff, I feel like that was almost more in depth and more content that they have in this game for unlocking calling cards. I wish that there was a longer list of calling cards, a longer list of emblems, and kind of a way to see each individual challenge that it took to unlock those. I really like that, as you can kind of single out ones to do, or just work on multiple at the same time as you play the game, and not have to work so specifically towards one mission at one time. So there's that. Maybe updated DLC in terms of maps, maybe new weapons, and potentially fixing missions. That's kind of a dream. They haven't mentioned anything on that front, so I think that's a long shot, a little bit of wishful thinking. That would be pretty cool. And another thing I would suggest is allowing us more slots for creative class. In previous games, with the ability to prestige and unlock more slots for creative class, it allowed you to really fine-tune your classes and not have to switch them every game for whatever map you're using, or the specific game mode you're playing. But with the ability to have up to 10 creative classes, you can kind of create enough situational classes that you wouldn't have to switch them up as often. Whereas in this game, and I know you can switch in the game, but having to switch your classes so often, depending on what game I'm playing or what game mode I'm playing, I just wish I had more variety. And I don't ever use the pre-made classes. Once you get to level 4 and you can create your own classes, I think it's kind of pointless to use those. So I really wish they'd allow, especially once you get to max rank, why not allow us challenges or some additional way to unlock more creative classes. That's something that I wish was in the game from the beginning. And on that note, I think the game's starting to wrap up, come to a close here. I was trying to hack this ammo box and it kind of glitched out a little bit, so that was odd. But coming to a close on this game, I did pretty well using the M91 LMG, got a chopper gunner. I was running the kill chain streak, which really helps get those high kill streaks. But if you agree with what I said, or you have any additional comments, any additional ideas, things you'd like to see in the new patch, comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.